you were at the end of your Hall of Fame career when you lost a second Super Bowl, already having that resume in your rearview mirror. What insights can you provide to me about what you think is going through Mahomes' mind now and your advice to him after losing another one here, Kurt?
Yeah, I mean, I hope that there's two facets to this. I hope the first facet is that we all kind of come to understand, and we had our joke on the show all year long. Is this the most complete team? Is this the most complete team? And I told you, I saw flaws on this team all year long. And so I couldn't figure out how they were here. So I think the first part is appreciate, what Patrick Mahomes and Andy Reid and this group of guys did to get to the Super Bowl, because I don't believe they were a great football team this year. And they willed themselves to the Super Bowl by making plays in a moment and overcoming a whole bunch of stuff. And we saw that on the biggest stage. So it's a bummer to lose on the biggest stage like that. But I think the thing that got illuminated was this team's not good enough. We've got a great quarterback. We've got a great coach, and we've got some really good pieces that, did something that they probably shouldn't have done. And so we all look at this, and everybody wants to beat up Andy Reid and Patrick Mahomes and say, oh, you can't ever talk about them being great because of this performance. Well, I didn't think this team was all that good, across the board coming in. And so I think that's the first thing, is it was really, really impressive what they did. And then I think the second thing, to your point, is this just illuminates to me what I saw all year long. And I think it has to illuminate that to the Chiefs brass to go, okay, we were fortunate that we found ways and we had some guys that could overcome all of our deficiencies. We have got to retool and rebuild this thing if we want to be back here in the future. And, if this is a close game or find a way to win a close, I don't know if they're doing that and they just think, oh, we can do this every year. I think this just said, at least said to me, those flaws that I saw are real. When you're playing against a really good football team, those things, become bright light that you just weren't a good enough football team. And some young guys over there will grow up, but they have got to get better across the board. And specifically, I believe, on offense, if they're going to continually be back and be able to compete, because this year, we're not going to say they were lucky, because they were good and they were, good in the critical moments. But I don't think they were a good enough team to truly compete on this biggest stage because they had so many deficiencies.
Well, just in a minute, if you don't mind, what do you think is going through Mahomes' mind, and your advice to him would be moving forward here as he hits his 30s?
I mean, the first thing would be, man, you've been incredible. And, look at this season and look at the success of this season, which I'm sure he is going, man, now they look back and go, man, it's pretty awesome that we were actually in another Super Bowl with this group. But I think the other thing is that, Patrick knows how hard it's been the last couple years. And so I would just tell him it's going to get easier and it's going to get better around you. I truly believe that he's got a long career ahead of him. These last 2 years was really hard for him, and he had to play at a high level. And I know he takes great pride in what they were able to overcome to get to this point. But I think the biggest thing is, man, quit the noise. The start has been incredible by you. Now you just need to settle back in. They need to build some things around you, and it will be easier than this. I think at different times throughout the rest of his career, that it's not always going to be this hard for him.
Catch the Rich Eisen Show every single day on the Roku channel, 12 to 3 Eastern, for free.